Hello everyone, I'm Zach Daily Games and welcome to my city tour of the town of Sporks. If you're wondering why I called this town Sporks, it's kind of an inside joke with my chat. It's a play on words with another famous town in the Pacific Northwest called Forks. If you want to watch any of my builds live, I stream every day here on YouTube. The links are all in the description box down below. There are a couple of main areas I want to show you. A military fort, transit hub, marina, condo areas, factories, museum district, and mansion district. Here's a quick overview of the city. I've spent 1 year building this project. This is a Pacific Northwest US city. This is my first time using a custom map. This is a map called Embre by Ingenium, and I highly recommend it. My goal with this city was to focus on detailing, which is something I had not done much before in my previous cities. I really enjoyed going outside my comfort zone, and I'm happy with the result. The current population is around 50,000 people. I'm using infinite money, and the city is sitting roughly at $0 profit per week, so it doesn't make any money or lose any money. You can see from the overall map that this is a relatively small city. The map is mostly mountains, and so you need to be strategic on where you can build. In this video, I'm going to focus on the lake areas. This is the center of town and where I started building. This build was loosely inspired from a real location. There's a lake in Oregon called Devil's Lake. It is on the coast and it is connected to the ocean by a short river called the D River. The D River is actually the shortest river in the world, depending on whether you measure it during high tide. Now, this is very loosely based because obviously there's no skyscrapers in Devil's Lake, but I wanted the feel of a coastal Pacific Northwest town. The first thing I built was the fort. This was abandoned on the original map, and I think most people would have turned it into a national park, but I wanted to use the area for a small military operation. The base flows into the transit hub. This sits in the center of the map and connects all the main areas. We have intercity buses, local buses, trains, metro, and monorail. Next to the transit hub, we have the marina. For this district, I use the buildings from the Green Cities DLC and the Modern City Center Content Creator Pack. Moving to the lake, it is surrounded by 3 main condo areas. I wanted to play around with planned communities. The houses are similar as if they're built by the same builder, but each area has its own flavor. Condo Area 1 sits next to the Old Town Main Street area. This is a restored old-style American Main Street with beautiful shops that face the lake. Condo Area 1 is for people who want to live in a hip, walkable district with shops and restaurants. At the end of Main Street is Corrales Park with great entertainment and views of the lake. Condo Area 2 is larger homes. It's right next to the clubhouse, retirement home, and a Walmart. Condo Area 3 is the smallest homes, designed for families. It's right next to the high school. Something I want to highlight is that this area functions as an entrance to the city. You come off the highway and go over the main bridge at the entrance to the lake. Then you go through the city gate and you catch glimpses of the downtown in the background. Driving down the main road, you see a park and a church. The signature tree I used in this town was the pear tree that you see in this park with white flowers. You'll see this used often throughout this town. The mass transit in this area uses trams that circle around the district. I used an older style tram that fits the old Main Street feel. On the side of the lake, we have a few factories for people to work with gorgeous views of the lake. On the far side of the lake, we have the museum district. We have the science center overlooking a custom fountain and boat docks on the lake. The museum district flows into the mansion district. This is the rich part of town. You see large houses and large school complexes. This area also has its own disaster shelter in case of any emergencies. Across the river from the mansions, we have a high-tech factory area. On the far side of the railroad tracks, we start getting into poorer neighborhoods that fill up the rest of the valley. Another thing of note in the Mansion District, this is where we find the mayor's house, which is set up to host community events. I hope you enjoyed the Lake District. Check out my other videos where I explore the downtown area and the outskirts of town. My new city is starting soon, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for any new updates.